and brews. Beers and brews. It's what we do. Beers and brews.
Good morning, kiddos. How's it going? DL with you. This is Beards and Brews. Let's see. Chopper, Larry. Good to see you. Brewer, my man. Michael. Bearded. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we got the crew here. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. This is kind of a morning for me. We're getting some snow, and unfortunately in North Georgia, when you get snow, you get idiots. You get people who can't drive, can't go to the grocery store without having a conniption fit. So it'll be interesting. But right now we got less than a quarter of an inch on the ground, so hopefully it won't get too bad. Maria, my sweet girl. Marcus, Randy, what's up? So I'm doing good, Maria. Just dealing with this, this weather, but hope you're well. Now I got to tell you, and I'm sure some of y'all can relate. Okay, so my favorite band is Iron Maiden, and I bought the Iron Maiden Dixon flannel. It sat in my closet because I didn't want to wear it. And I put it on today. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear it today. And now that I'm wearing it, I regret wearing it. I don't know. I don't know why, man. It's like, you want some of your stuff to stay pristine, and that's kind of how I am with it. And I'm that way with a couple of caps too, but in the end, you bought it, you might as well wear it, right? Wore the new off of it. Yeah, man, that's the damn problem. Wore the shine right off that fucker. Grab a blanket and make a fire with some coffee and cocoa. You know what? Whatever you got to do, man. I'm sitting here in my office. I got candles going just because I feel like it. You have dresses you have yet to wear because you don't want them to get messed up. See, there you go. I mean, I absolutely love this flannel, but as soon as I put it on, I was like, man, why am I wearing this? Oh man. Yeah, I make myself feel good. Yeah. It's the little things. But let's see. Real quick. For the men, what are y'all wearing in your beards this morning? I'm wearing Blizzard Bill from Bones, Beard, and Body. This is one of the absolute best wintertime scents ever produced, in my opinion. I was going between that and Conway from Beards and Barks, because that's kind of a wintry barber shop. But I went with Blizzard Bill, and glad I did. Doctors recommend sun. Let's see, hold on. Doom, doom. Doctors recommend sun lamps up here in Minnesota to help with seasonal depression. Candles could have the same effect. There you go. Jacked Up Leatherworks. My man, what's up? Michael, how is that regulators, man? How is that regulators? Because that looks phenomenal. Absolutely looks phenomenal. And, sounds like it's right up my alley. Do, 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 do. Strong, strong. All right. I like strong. This is the thing. Black Rebel lately, this year he's doing more cologne scents, and his stuff has been a little bit weaker, so I haven't bought as much. But this one popped up, and I was like, man, that sounds good. Doo-doo-doo. Stanky. All right. I like strong and stanky. Strong and stanky is good, man. Matter of fact, doo-doo-doo. This one is probably the strongest and stankiest Black Rebel I've ever had, and I've had a lot. Uh, Vader from about 2 years ago. I keep it in my little mini fridge. This is absolutely one of the strongest scents I've ever smelled from anybody. Oh, you're wearing Spalding, Marcus. There you go. Good choice. And for those of you who don't know, Grindstone Grooming, when they stopped Spalding, they released it under The Apprentice. So if you were able to grab The Apprentice, it's the same thing as Spalding. But Daniel, oh, you gotta go be a mom? All right. Love you more. Have a great day, babe. Grindstone, he ended up giving the rights, seller, whether he sold them or gave the rights to another company to produce Spalding. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, you're rocking Zero Dark 31. Gotcha. Man, that's a good one, man. That Wicked Wednesday Zero Dark 31. I've got both of them, and they are both incredible. Nice and dark, nice and kind of a deep scent. Yeah, you got the black edition. I wore the Midnight Reserve the other day. Absolutely killer. Now, let's talk a little bit about news. Nothing too political. I just, you know, I just wanted to say one thing. Recently there was a journalist that got arrested for, his participation in a protest at a church. And let me just say this, freedom of speech only goes so far. And when you attack people, whether it be verbally, physically, whatever, under the guise of, well, I'm a journalist, that journalism does not save you from the consequences. I just want to throw that out there because there's a lot of people whining and crying about Don Lemon getting arrested. And the fact is if it was anybody, they should have been arrested. Just throwing that out there. Wearing your collab kilt beard. I have not tried them. I have seen them. I have not tried them. I guess I should probably do that. Incarcerate, then ask. Let's do reset. The South shall rise again, excluding Texas. Okay. Now, what's everybody feel about all these new drops that are coming? We got a lot of Valentine's Day drops. We got drops from just about everybody for Valentine's Day. And I have to say, most Valentine's drops for me are a little on the frou-frou side. But there's a couple coming out, man, that just sound fantastic. Do y'all like the frou-frou stuff every once in a while? Or are you, into your manly sense? Well, the feeling here is I need more money, but you and me both, bro. I'm so broke I can't pay attention. Grindstone dropping Hawkins, yeah. Well, I don't consider that a Valentine's Day drop, but most Valentine's Day drops are, either floral or sugary sweet, or they've got chocolate in them, or something like that, and I just I don't know, man. I've never been into that. I do know that there's a couple dropping from Bones, Beard, and Body that sound phenomenal. But for the most part, most of the Valentine's Day drops I've seen have seemed a little bit on the kind of boozy, fruity side. What's up, Mr. Madigan?
What's going on, guys? What's happening, man?
Jack squat, man. Just chilling out, trying to deal with, figuring out how long this snow's gonna last.
Yeah, I hear you. I think we're missing it, so I'm lucky on that. But it's supposed to snow us again tomorrow after last week's 10 inches.
Michael,
I only got a few minutes because if I it's 2 degrees out right now, and if I put the truck on, it's going to fucking echo. So I ain't gonna freeze my balls off that long. But I wanted to pop in and say what's up to everybody. And say rest in peace to Catherine O'Hara, and rest in peace to Lamont Sanford, who I just saw just passed also.
Who did?
Lamont, Demon Wilson, Lamont from Sanford and Son.
Oh man!
Yeah. Everybody's passing, man.
Well, that's
getting old. Obviously, it's part of getting old.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I wasn't expecting Catherine O'Hara because I just saw her, what, 3 months ago at the Walk of Fame for Macaulay Culkin, and she looked great.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was done. I think a lot of that was. I think there might have been some help there though, man, because she's been looking rough for a little bit now, man. Like all of a sudden, went from boom to boom, you know. So there must be. I don't know what she died from, man, but it's got to, you know, looks like it was something, man, because she went like, you know what I mean, real.
Right.
What's up, Larry? What's up, Jacked Up? What's going on, guys?
Michael, hold on. Michael says you use Valentine's type scents at night if they're not too sweet. Yeah, hey man, that's the way to do it. I mean, most Valentine's Day stuff is kind of on the weaker side.
Yeah. Plus getting that booty. Can't hurt to throw some Valentine's scents in late at night, man.
Yeah, son, you want to get that booty, you're going to wear freaking Inferno or Beast from Shameless.
What's up, Chopper? Yeah, man. Yeah, they're good, man. A lot of good Valentine's Day scents. Sweet Decay. A lot of them. Time to have some handprints on that ass. That's right, Marcus. Oh yeah.
All right, let's not let this devolve into something unseemly. Yeah. Got anything else like movie or music wise?
See you later, Coffee with Brewer, man. Thanks for popping in.
Brewer.
Movie or music wise, I mean, not really much of what else I went over on the Scallywag show, but for anybody that wasn't watching, went over to the Sydney Sweeney thing, with the bras, went over Send Help. I want to see that movie so bad, and that is killing it in the box office. What we got coming out? There was something I wanted to mention too, and I forgot what it was, man. But The Faces of Death, with just different where it's going to be like a movie with the kid from Stranger Things and the lady from Euphoria. So that should be cool. I think it's a cool concept. They're going to find people reenacting the old Faces of Death. Black Phone 2 was good. Yeah, man. I told you, man, that movie was badass, dude. I thought that movie was badass.
Real quick, Dark Elf. Good to see you.
What's going on, Dark Elf?
I was told to watch a movie on Tubi, and I'm going to do that today. I was told it's one of the most disturbing movies ever made. Apparently, it's called Match. Match. Like, made a match. Like, it has to do with, like, a dating site or something. But I was told that it is absolutely disturbing, and there's actually people that have to walk away from the movie. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, they say that crap about every movie, dude. And then I'll watch it. People were puking in the theaters, at a pure fight. And then I go, and it's like, they were saying that about Paranormal Activity, which was just a bunch of creepy floorboards, and then boom, something through. You know what I mean?
Well, let me tell you.
Comment there, but you just took it off, man.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. But I forgot who mentioned it, but about Silent Hill being hard to keep. Return to Silent Hill being hard to keep the attention. The first one was hard for me to keep the attention. It was cool, but it was just weird and to me all over the place. And I haven't seen any of the other ones. The new Strangers should be out shortly too. I forgot when that's exactly coming out, but and that'll be actually it's the third one because there was the prequel. There was Strangers with Liv Tyler, and that was a cool movie, bit weird. I never saw the prequel. It was actually, it's worth watching. It's called I think it's on Tubi too. Strangers, it's called. It was Liv Tyler, and I forgot who else was in it. It's been a long time. Then they came out with a part 2, which was really a prequel. And now they're coming out with Strangers 2, which is actually 3, and it's actually the second movie in the series. So basically, it starts off with the first one is actually like the last one in the series, kind of like a Star Wars, you know what I mean, type of. So
they did a lot of sequence.
Right. So this part 2 that's coming out is actually part 3, but it is really the second in the timeline, if that makes any bit of sense. But I'm still waiting to hear more word about John Carpenter's anthology series. I want to see, man, and on the Bearded Scallywags front and this channel, I'm going to start getting a lot of questions in the group about different things with beards, what to use, what to do, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to start I'm going to be doing a video series of like beard beginner beards or people just want opinions. Don't have to necessarily be a beginner, and it's going to cover a variety of topics. I'm going to drop the first video today, and it's going to cover a variety of topics, man, from different carriers to everything, man, to why small batch, to there's going to be several different episodes in there. So I'll drop the first one today or tomorrow, probably today if I get time. So I think that'd be good because there's a lot of people have been asking questions, different things between co-wash and beard wash and when to wash and what carrier blend to use and don't do this and owners that get mad that people ask for free products but then pay $1,000 a dance. Well, no, we'll leave that out of there.
Well, I'm actually doing a video later today. I'm going to be talking a little bit about, what the real main difference is, between small batch and big box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'll be one of mine too, is to comparing them, and it's
and the funny thing is,
what's up, Tim? Jeannie in the house.
My daughter gave me this Everyman Jack for Christmas. I haven't worn it. Don't really think I'm going to, but reading the ingredients, there's nothing completely terrible in this, but
I've used Everyman Jack beard cream, and it's actually, I mean, I would probably use different oils and things, but their beard creams, I mean, feels great in the fucking beard.
Right. Well, see, I've heard people talk about the beard cream. I was reading there's a big box company in, Walmart and Walgreens and all that called the Beard Guys with a Z. And I was reading the ingredients on their oil, and holy shit, dude, I wouldn't put that shit on my dog.
Yeah,
I mean, but at least this Everyman Jack has real oils in it.
Yeah, it's one of them. Everybody starts with that and then moves on. I mean, I gotta be honest. I like Suavecito, and if you read the back of that, it's got a bunch of crap in it, but it still feels better in my beard than 3/4 of the small batch stuff I've used. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I mean, it just feels great in beard. I haven't used it in a while, but I mean, it's a shit product with ingredients wise, but a great product with feel in the beard. You know what I mean? But
my whole thing is this is with like this Beard Guys I'm reading, it's like argan, jojoba, blah blah, and like the fourth one down is like soy glycerin with acetate, and I'm going, who the hell wants to put that on their face? I don't.
Well, to each their own, man. I mean, yeah, like I said, Suavecito's got some wild shit in it, dude. But not the. I probably shouldn't have said that by name.
Suavecito,
but their shit goes to my beard great, man.
Suavecito was actually really popular about 3 years ago.
Yeah. I tell you what. I mean, the product had a great scent. They don't have a big variety of scents, but I mean, their beard cream, which they call beard butter, but it's more like a cream. I mean,
Yeah.
I used that for a while, man. I just haven't, been using everything else lately. But I tell you what, man, it felt great in the beard. I look at the back and I'm like, ugh. But hey, what's up, Wizard?
Wizard.
So
Yeah, sometimes if you like something and it feels good, you gotta ignore the details.
dude, I look at it this way. Everybody's so finicky with between an oil or between this, that, and the other. The amount of shit I've put in my body through the last 50 years, the last thing I think that's going to kill me is something in a beard oil. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
But I
You
do
know,
laugh, when I see some of the arguments. Emo is the best. No, hemp is the best. No, this is the best. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys.
dude, I smoke a pack and a half of cigarettes a day. I used to, blow through half of Peru up my nose. And
Right.
yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about it when it comes
Right.
to beard stuff. But you know, my whole thing is this. I also have very sensitive skin, so there's a lot of things that I have tried in my beard that end up burning.
Yeah. Well, that could happen. Yeah. I mean, that could happen with an all organic essential oil too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's everybody's kind of different with it. I mean, but because I like
Dark
essential
Ale,
oils, but I'm a
have a
little
great
leery.
day.
Have a good one, man. But I'm a little leery with put too many essentials in the batch I'm coming out with because a lot of people have reactions to it or other things. So it's like,
Absolutely.
I mean, I like a mix between essential and fragrance. Synthetic and
Well,
regular.
there's one company out there that's really popular that I'm not going to name. Uh, you know, everybody loves it, but every time I every time I put any of their oils in my face, it starts to burn. No matter what the scent profile is, no matter you know, and I just cannot wear them. And I'd love to be able to wear them, but I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. There's one that bounces around that's very, very popular that I can't wear because for some reason I catch a headache from. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the fragrances being used or what, or something in the carrier, but something just gives me a major headache, so I can't use.
Well,
And that's one that's, one of the
it,
ones that's pretty popular.
well, my problem with this product is if I told everybody what I thought the ingredient was that bothers me, everybody would know who the product was. So who the company
Yeah,
was.
but it
So
can't be.
I'm just not. But you know, I've
My
also
message
found
is just try different ones and see what works for you because everybody's different. You know
right,
what I mean?
and that's why uh, whenever somebody contacts me as a reviewer and says, "Hey, man, I want you to try my products. Can I send you something?" I'm not going to say no to that because I may find the next best thing. You know what I mean? You know, you, somebody may send me something that is the absolute best I've ever had. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Yeah,
But
I'm hanging up my reviewing shoes, but once in a while I'll give a shout out to. Well, I never really wanted to be a reviewer to begin with, but once in a
yeah,
while I'll give a shout out to some companies that I'm digging. Man, if I try something, you know what I mean. Some get mad I haven't mentioned their company, but I can't afford to buy every company that's on the market. You know what I mean?
look, you told
And I
me
don't
2
ask
years ago.
anybody for anything. If they send something, they send it, but I don't ask anybody
You
for
told me 2 years ago that you didn't want to be a reviewer.
no.
You
I
know,
got no interest. Yeah,
um,
I just give shots out, man.
yeah. I mean, giving a shout out and stuff. Now, do I necessarily want to be known as a reviewer? Not necessarily, but I do like reviewing products that I haven't tried. Uh,
Yeah,
there's a difference between if you're giving shout outs, that's one thing. Unfortunately, I've kind of painted myself into a corner where people view me as pretty much just a reviewer. And I'm trying to branch out into other things and doing stuff like I did. I did a review of that Zia cap. Uh, stuff like that. But
Yeah, exactly, man. Chopper. I'm allergic to cedar and most evergreen. Lots of people love cedar. It jacks me up. All natural doesn't mean safe for everyone. Exactly. That's what I mean. You might try something like, say, a product that's on a box shelf that it's got a bunch of shit in it, and it might feel great in your beer, dude. Like me with some, you know what I mean. And but then, yeah, exactly. There's people who have a lot of issues with some of the essential oils, and that's why I'm a little. I might do a line that's all natty and just essentials, but do a regular line with fragrances, you know what I mean, or limited or a mix, a limited amount of
right.
essential. So now with the cedar, but if you had cedar like the fragrance oil, you'd probably be all right then. I'm assuming, or you can't do any of it.
I would assume that if he's got a problem with cedar essential, he wouldn't have too much of a problem with the fragrance.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. What's happening, Baker? Thanks for popping in, man.
Thank
Mark,
God.
Wednesday, Tameless Bones, and Valhalla feel great in my beard. Yeah, they're all good.
Absolutely.
I think sandalwood gets sickening. Yeah, I'm not a big sandalwood guy
I
myself. If it's
agree.
mixed right with other shit, man, I like it. But it was just so played out for a couple years there, where everything was like sandalwood, bourbon, and vanilla, or some concoction of.
Sandalwood and tobacco. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now the thing about sandalwood to me, I absolutely love it if it's a slight note on the back end.
right, yeah.
But
Same.
man, some of these oils that have come out is like, sandalwood, tobacco, and bourbon, and it's just punches you in the face with the sandalwood. And I just, I can't do it. If I'm gonna have like a dark wood scent, I'd rather have something like teak wood or mahogany or something like that.
I'll say, with ones I'm making, mahogany is going to be a prominent one in a few of them because and teak wood actually, because those are my two favorite woods. I mean, I love oud. I know it's been played out, but oud mixed with other stuff, I love oud too. But mahogany, I think, doesn't get mixed. That is a sexy wood to pop into a scent, man. And I have one. Well, I don't
Absolutely.
have much info, but until it's about time. But I got one that I think is going to be a pretty sexy scent. It's going to include mahogany. I'll leave it at that, man.
Well,
But
and you're right. It sounds weird to talk about a wood scent being sexy, but mahogany can be very sexy, especially when it's mixed with a nice dark musk or cologne.
yeah,
Good God.
that's what I mean. Yeah, throw a nice cologne in there, some musk. That's what I
Marcus
like.
says,
Manly like, man, but have a little bit of sweet in it. Give me a dark
yeah.
cologne and a little bit of little pop, little sweet.
Marcus says you can't wait to try Hogmanay from Valhalla. Well, let me just tell you, Hogmanay is a brighter scent. It is good. It is fantastic, but it is brighter. So just letting you know that right now. Uh, let's see. Chopper says, I agree, DL. I like sandalwood in the back, up front, and I don't like it so. Okay, you don't like it so much up front. I get it. I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Natty,
Now,
we got Goonies worth the hype. I think so. I enjoyed it, man. I dropped a video on that. I think it's a pretty unique scent, man, from Grindstone, and about a 6-7 on the strength scale, but definitely I thought it was pretty good, man. I did a breakdown of it on there, and you also said amber is a scent I enjoy, an overall darker scent. Amber's an absolute badass scent, man. You mix an amber in with like a mahogany and some sort of cologne, absolutely, man.
this is the Goonies sample that I have, and I just re-smelled it, and yeah, Goonies is good.
Yeah,
Goonies is good.
yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
Now, let me ask you this, John.
Uh,
When it comes to, I know you and I have talked back and forth, but when it comes to like your ultimate goal, as far as what specific products exactly uh, are you hoping to crank out in the next year?
for bearded scallywags you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, gonna keep continuing with the t-shirts. I'm gonna drop a couple this weekend, but I will within the next couple months have my initial scents out that I'm definitely looking forward to. I think it's gonna be, I don't want to say too much, but it's gonna have a very unique blend. And what I'm trying to perfect is the oil. What I'm going for is the oil's going to be so moisturizing, but still with a good dry down time and non-greasy, but so moisturizing you almost feel like you also buttered the beard. So I'm playing around with different ones. Um, I just ordered like 5 other different carriers because I'm playing around with carriers, and I really wanted to be and debating on using like an organic shea nut in it as a partial to add some moisturizing, whether I need to do it. That's going to be out eventually. What my goal is to, when I get down to Florida, I'll probably have to work for a year or two, but my goal is to like eventually work where Scallywags is just my company, dude. Besides the group, the brand end, I mean.
Yeah.
So I am gonna have caps. I am gonna have flannels. Uh, I've debated on. I've actually been looking into caps, possibly, you know, branding a couple coming up. There'll be pins, a little bit of everything, not a full source of everything, if that makes sense. So, like beer product wise, like it's like well, I plan to do like medical creams and stuff as well. Like,
You basically you're creating a shop for scallywags.
yeah,
Anything that we're into, you're going to try to, have.
right.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
all the
cool.
shit I love and all the shit I started Scallywags for is kind of what's going to be there. Plus, but Scallywags, like I said, will always remain. Every business can talk about their stuff. I'll still be repping other people's stuff, but I definitely plan on having like some flannels, bamboo-like shirts, some caps. Not to the extent of like say, a funky brims or something like that with a million caps, but I definitely want to have a line of different caps. Uh, you know, and
Dude, I honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe that if you came out with a good newsboy cap, a good single panel flat cap, and possibly like a good little 8 panel duck bill, that would be fantastic. You know,
right.
I, you know, eh, when you get too many caps going, and you're not a cap company per se, it gets overwhelming.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah, there'll be some choices, but it's not going to be. That's what I mean. Like Scallywags will be a little bit of everything, but not a full thing. Like it won't be a full cap company, won't be a full beard company, but it'll be. I'm gonna have a line of each.
exactly. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to master the beard products at least,
Well,
but
you know what I'm saying. You want to be uh, you want to be a shop for everybody.
yeah, yeah.
Men and women.
That's my goal. And then down in Southwest Florida, I plan to open like a Scallywag store at some point. Uh, you know, So we'll see. We'll take it by ear, man. First, I'll be dropping a scent and a cologne, and that's my plan. Like I said, with the oil, is to make it so that it's really moisturizing, but not overly greasy or powerful. And Chopper gotta ask, what are the chances of the new Slaughterhouse logo is going to be a pin? It's actually a very good chance because either I've already talked with Pinheads, we might collab on that pin, and I'm going to release the shirt with it, and possibly, depending on when it comes out, a scent. But I might actually see if any beer companies want to do the scent because I'm not 100% set up. So that's kind of what, what's going on with that. But there definitely will be a pen. If Pinheads don't do it, I'll put it out myself. Either way, but we might work with Pinheads on that and get that pin out and T-shirt out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a phenomenal pin and shirt.
Yeah, I love that. I love that logo for the Scallywag Slaughterhouse.
Larry says Scallywag General Store. Yep.
That's it. That's it. Sean made it. No, I wish I did, man. I'm sitting in 2 degrees right now, and I can't turn the truck on because goddamn it'll echo. So I'm freezing my balls off to talk to you guys for a few, man. But no, not yet. This summer, by the summer, I'll be out. I'll be down. Nice. That logo is fire. Thanks, brother. Yeah, it'll be the shirt and the pin be out. And I'll keep everybody up when it's
No, I see nothing but really good big things for Scallywags, and you got a lot of good ideas, and I don't think people realize just how many good ideas you have.
well, thanks, man. Yeah, it's just one of them things, man. It takes everything takes a chunk of money to get it rolling, you know what I mean? So
yep. And this is bullshit.
Yep. Once it's rolling, man. But to me, it's always about the community above everything else. But I ain't tired of lugging pallets into a truck either, man. So if I can make a business out of it, and enjoy a little bit of life down in, I'm about that too, man.
There you go.
So, and I'll take 2 plus with you, and then I'm hopping off because I gotta get the rest.
That sounds like a plan.
Guys, keep an eye out. And I actually left it at the outro of the show. It'll pop up. But keep an eye out for Jamie Lambie coming. She's been a friend for a little bit. She's got a part in the part of F-13. Oh God, I gotta remember that. Well, anyway, the part of F-13. She's in a Friday the 13th fan film. She's got a new T-shirt out. Spooky Brew. She's a really cool chick, man, and she is she is all over the horror scene, man. All over at the what do they call them? The not cosplays. What do they call those things? The convention, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so, the cons.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be a blast. She's, like I said, real cool girl, man, a lady, and we'll bring her on, man, have some fun. And she's a horror buff. So we will definitely have a horror-filled, fun show. I know last couple shows have been overwhelmingly beard, so I'm trying to switch it up a little bit.
Yep, and I'm working on a few people, music-wise. Hopefully we can get a couple of bands and musicians on the show this year, and we're looking to expand. We're looking to be more than beards. We're looking to be more than caps. We want to be kind of the worst variety show on the internet.
That's it. Well, that's what the idea of it was, to be like a variety show.
Yep.
Different things going on in the week. Outside of politics, because I ain't getting involved with that, with the world on fire right now, no matter whatever side you're on. But
bird.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun. We got some plans. We'll see what happens. It's supporting the shows and everything else. Like, it means a lot to us, man. Check us out. Check out Scallywags on TikTok, man. If you're on TikTok, I'd appreciate it. At Bearded Scallywags. It's actually at Bearded Scallywags on everything now. On Instagram, on the YouTube, on TikTok.
Yep. Across the board.
Yeah, across the board. I tried to make it easy instead of one name here and one name there. But and the Bearded Scallywags YouTube, is really for both Bearded Scallywags and Scallywags Slaughterhouse. That's why we was trying to network name so it could branch off into other things. But maybe go back to that. I don't know, man. But anyway, so I guess I'm gonna hop off of here. So Keep out for the Scallywag show. Have a great rest of the weekend, everyone.
Have a good one, brother.
Too.
So, we got 11 people in here. Let me ask you something. I've been thinking about this for the last month and a half. I'm thinking about revamping my Walker Talk YouTube channel. I'm thinking about rebranding it, and I'm thinking about expanding it to more than just beards and stuff like that. And I need to know what y'all think, because I need to make a decision on this pretty soon. Daddy Red Key. Yeah, the Stranger Things scent, I wouldn't say strong as hell, but it is strong enough for my nose, which is saying something. And it does last all freaking day. It's absolutely phenomenal. Daniel crushed it. And like I said in my review, I've never seen one episode of Stranger Things, but I do like the scent that, is based on it. Mad Wizard, you were hoping I was going to say chicks and bikinis on trampolines. Now that's already been done before. And, yeah, quite frankly, it wasn't done very well. So I don't think I could really, make it much better, especially on YouTube with the censors. What is the profile on the Hawkins from Stranger Things? Let me see if I can remember. It is dead fruit, spicy resins, dimension ash, upside smoke, and downside leaves. That's what it is. I'm actually surprised I remembered that. Chopper, I like your channel, but I also really like the eclectic feel of this show. You always talk about really interesting things. Well, I appreciate that, brother. And, the Walker Chalk channel as it sits right now, it's not a live channel. I don't do lives on there. It's all, pre-recorded videos. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, man, because quite honestly, it's getting a little boring for me. And not that it's totally boring, but it's kind of getting monotonous. And I want to be able to enjoy everything I'm doing. And I think a change every once in a while is good. Who makes the Hawkins beard oil? Larry, that is Grindstone Grooming. Grindstone Grooming. It is actually, what's today, the 31st? It's releasing on the 1st. But no, it's a good one, man. And I highly recommend it. If you want to know a little bit more about it, if you follow my Walker Talk channel, I just did a review on it yesterday. That's up. And it's killer. It is. Fuck this cold. I gotta quit smoking, man. At least during the winter. Jesus. But when it comes to my channel, I want it to be a channel that, not just beard guys are going to enjoy. And I think right now, let me put it to you this way. My subscribers, I think right now I'm sitting at 429. and I've been sitting at that number for 6 months. It's not growing. I want it to grow. I can't vape, Marcus. Believe it or not, it hurts my lungs too much. Let's see. Chopper, I'm down even if you keep it sort of a review format and mix it up with movies and music content or put some creepy facts in there. I'm all about it. Like I said, I've enjoyed all your stuff. I appreciate it, man. I do. I appreciate it. Well, see, that's the thing, Marcus. All right. I'm going to explain this right now to everybody because I've had several people uh, talk to me about my smoking, um, including family members. And quite frankly, it's getting annoying. So I'm going to explain this real quick. I have smoked cigarettes since I was 12 years old. I am almost 57 years old. And quitting smoking is tougher than quitting heroin, they say, which I've never done. But, um, you know, uh, it's a very, very difficult addiction. Uh, you know, I've tried everything from shots to pills to going cold turkey to sucking on cinnamon sticks and chewing gum and mints and lozenges and patches, you name it, and nothing has worked. Nothing has stuck. So, with that being said, uh, I will quit uh, when I find something that works. But, and I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody. I'm just saying that, I constantly hear it from people. Dude, you smoke too much, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? I'm also under a lot of stress, and that is not conducive to quitting either. I have been through the fucking ringer the last 8 months. Matter of fact, 2 days ago, just found out my sister-in-law had a major stroke, and she's in the hospital, and she can't even move her left side from her shoulder all the way down to her feet. So it's just one hit after another. So, smoking to me, uh, quite frankly, it's a comfort and it helps me relax. So, like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick, and you, you know, eh, it is what it is. Um, I appreciate the people that care. I appreciate the people that just want me to be healthy, but I also know that with everything that's going on in my life right now, I don't think quitting is going to be uh, easy, or it may not even be possible right now. Just saying. Um, but we will see. I am, like I said, I'm 3 years away from being 60 years old, and I'm just surprised I made it this far. Hey, look, I get it. You've lost several family members due to lung cancer, and that sucks. Cancer is a terrible thing. I have COPD, but, the mind is weak, and especially when you have so many things just coming down on top of you, that, I mean, I've quit drinking basically. I have like maybe one drink a week, and that's on the Scallywag Show. And I haven't been doing that for the last couple of weeks. I quit doing hard drugs a long time ago. I quit having dangerous sex with questionable women. I mean, it's my one vice is smoking. But on to another topic, because we're going to have to wrap up here shortly. I want everybody to do me a favor. And if you have the means, Jimmy Bones and Bones Beard and Body, he's releasing 2 new scents today. They are on the website right now, and they both sound fantastic. One is called Romance. It is based off the movie True Romance. And the other one is a Phantom, which is based off of Phantom of the Opera. These are his Valentine's Day drops. If you like scents that aren't too frou-frou, these 2 sound like bangers, and you ought to go check them out. Like I said, they are on the website right now. The other thing is this. Bearded Scallywags has over 15,000 members. And I think there's maybe been 100 people that have ordered from the Bearded Scallywags site. If you can't order something to support, share the site, share the content, tell your friends, hey, you know what? Go buy a shirt, go buy a cap, go buy, and by cap, I mean, he's got trucker caps. Go buy a coffee mug, because with 15,000 members in the group on Facebook, there should be more people supporting Sean and what he does. And that's just my opinion. Everybody wants to be a part of something, and I think that when you are a part of something, you should support, just saying. But the last thing I want to say is this. When you are in a community like the beard community, there's a lot of great companies out there. We all know this. Unfortunately, there's a few bad apples in the community. There is a lot of backbiting and a lot of shit talk, and we need to be better. We need to be better. We need to, be able to support the ones that we enjoy without having somebody, turn around and be a dick about it. If you don't support certain brands, certain people get fucking offended. We need to stop that shit. There is room in this community for everyone. Let's see. Sad part about the 15,000 members is probably boils down to 500 or so supporters, maybe 1,000. Well, let me tell you something. And I know this for a fact. There are 15,000 plus members in Bearded Scallywags Facebook group. Less than 1,000 actually follow Bearded Scallywags LLC on Facebook. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We got to do better, man. We got to do better supporting the people that are there for us. We got to do better supporting the people who started these groups that we enjoy. I mean, Bearded Scallywags is one of the bigger groups on Facebook, and it's, it deserves the company itself, and the founder deserves a little more respect and a little more support. That's just me talking. So, anyways, guys, it's time for me to go have another cup of coffee and get my day started. I appreciate everybody who popped in this morning. Remember, you freaking matter, and keep it furry.